So listen, you've just been recording a new CD. Can you tell me a bit about the CD?
Well, the nice thing about this CD, it's a new thing for me because it's with friends. It's Rob, Nolan, and friends. All my previous albums have been just with the trio, and so this gives me an opportunity to record some stuff with some of the musicians that I really love and respect. So it's kind of cool in that way.
And who are those musicians?
Well, we've got the Dutch jazz guitarist Gypsy van Ruller on a couple of tracks. We've got Jorgenson. We've got Anton Goudsmit, another Dutch guitarist, and my friend Daniel Lapp plays some fiddle on it.
Okay. Now this is your...
I forgot Jimmy Rosenberg. How could I do that?
The approach with this album, is it any different from the previous albums?
Yeah, actually that's a good question, because the way that this was recorded was unlike the others in that the others we always record live, just the three of us playing together. This one was done, the rhythm section, Kevin and Simon, my brother and Simon Planting. They recorded all the rhythm tracks, just the two of them, under my direction. And so basically leaving the gaps for the soloists and for myself. So in that way it was more layered, let's say, than the previous albums. Then I did my guitar work using this guitar, which again is a
I was going to get to that. Now, in this album, you've featured playing only the electric guitar?
Yeah, on all the tracks except for one where I do Everything Happens to Me. I play on a Saga guitar.
Okay, and why did you choose to use the electric guitar this time?
I didn't really choose it. I just walk into the studio and it's like, it was a great story from Bireli Lagrène, who played at Samois once, and he turned up with a Strat, you know, at this Gypsy festival, and everyone's going, why the Strat? And he just says, like, straight away, says, like, it was nearest the door on the way out.
Okay.
And basically, when I walked into the room here, Carlos was like, come on, man, you should try the Telecaster, man. Come on, Rob, Nolan, and do something different, man. And I said, hey. So I plugged it in, and it just sounded good. And it's a beautiful guitar, and it creates a real different sound, you know, over this Gypsy repertoire. So.
I've heard the parts of the making of the album,
yeah.
And I was very impressed with that sound. It's a very, very different sound. It's a very fresh sound, and I'm just wondering, are you going to go further with this use of this particular style of guitar?
Yeah, that's definitely something which, you know, instinctively I know that it's a good thing for me, and I know that it attracts more attention than me playing a gypsy guitar, for example. So it's definitely something I'd like to do.
Can you talk a bit more about the songs? What inspired you to write these songs? What are they about?
Yeah, well, the majority of the songs are actually standards, and I just chose them. Actually, a lot of them, funnily enough, are Django songs, but done in a different way, and with this guitar sound and with the guests, it kind of like rejuvenates this particular repertoire. The way it was recorded, which is interesting, I'll say the layers, but after I did my bits, then basically via email, I'm not so savvy to the technology, but basically Carlos emailed these guys with the files, and them, wherever they were in the world, in their own studios, they recorded over and then sent them back by email. So then suddenly we could mix them here in Amsterdam, and that was really exciting.
So this is the first time this has happened?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, now that's a kind of real testimony to the internet, let's say, or to modern technology. That they did all their parts, and then it was so exciting mixing them back here in Amsterdam and seeing what they'd done. It was great.
Fantastic. And are you about to start to tour with this album?
Unfortunately, logistically, that's a little bit difficult with these different guests living all around the world, and with what it takes to get these people together, it's not so easy. But I certainly plan to play with the Dutch guests, at least when I'm playing in Holland. We're doing a CD release at the BIM House on July the 5th.
Fantastic.
With Anton.
Well, Robin, we've come to the end of our interview. I must say that I personally have found the new CD extremely enjoyable. I really have. It's I think a new turn or a new opening, and I wish you all the creative musical best for this new release.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I'd like to thank you. I couldn't have done it without the guitar, and obviously Carlos Famos for producing the whole CD and doing everything that he does. So thanks to you guys.